Hello everybody, my name is Raven and welcome back to more Rails in the Sky. In the last episode, we won the tournament and were invited to the castle where we were reunited with a lot of our high-powered mayoral type figure friends. And actual mayor friends. And it was revealed that the queen is supposedly stepping down, abdicating the throne, and Duke Dunin will take over as ruler of the Kingdom of Liberal. Now, if this is true, or regardless of whether it's true or not, Duke Dunin is obviously just going to be a puppet king for Colonel Richard. And we are off to conspire with the head maid to get an audience with the queen. Now, I'm assuming, since the head maid is helping us, that the queen is not as sick as the rumors are suggesting. At least that's my assumption. Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kind of got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you now? He had some things to tell us about Big Daddy Cassius. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. Oh, I see. Yes, the letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Big Daddy Cassius's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know Big Daddy Cassius too? He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I am told that he was a school friend of the late prince's, Her Majesty's son. Late prince? Princess Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Were that he were still alive today, none of this would be happening. But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching, we must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shay. Oh, it's the maid that gave us the tour of the castle. Oh, hey, aren't you Shay, right? Well, yeah, the head maid just said her name. Well, so who else would she be? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. I have been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia. That shouldn't pose a problem. But thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? What do you mean? Estelle is going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little plain with the hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be the ideal for sneaking in. Huh, me in a maid's outfit. I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make the cleaning much more difficult. Yeah, I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Alright. Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Is really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and the maid outfit? That's different. It was play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in women's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, Shay, help me out here. Say something. Anyone? I see. Well, that shouldn't pose a problem. Shay, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used, though. He has that full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Well, it looks like a 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. By the way, please. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute. I don't ever agree to changing. Poor Joshua. Seems like Cloud got off easy, doesn't it? Alright. If I have to change, I can do it myself. Shay, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. They're on a super serious mission for the fate of the kingdom, and Estelle's having fun playing dress up with Joshua. Oh my. Ta-da! Oh hey, they updated her sprite too. Nice. What do you think? I think it suits her very well. The bright, active maiden training, and after only just coming to the castle too, you certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Grancel Castle for real when this is all settled. We already work as bracers, so... anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here. Let's see Joshua's sprite. No chance I can talk you out of this. None at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine. You're impossible sometimes. Is that the headpiece, or does he just have really big ears? Oh no, it's his really big ears in a bow. Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how the maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. We're finally... That was a really bad gulp, I'm sorry. I had to try it at least once. We're finally going to meet the queen in person. Yes, this is the do or die moment. We just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me. This was your idea. I can't believe you got the nerve to pick on... sorry. Don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's give it to the royal keep. How big is the royal keep? Oh. That's so funny. We're controlling the head maid now. Well, we don't run. Joshua kind of looks like a nun from the back. Just a little bit. No, that's a bad thing, I'm just pointing it out. Oh, no, that's to the bar. Here we are. Alright, to the keep. Let's see if this will work. Estelle's hair color is pretty unique, so I don't know if they're gonna buy it. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. Who are those maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really? Wow. Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. No, not you. We were talking to the brunette. Huh? I get the feeling we've met before. You stare so hard at every young lady you see. I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now, would you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. Picked up. You threw out the creep card. I respect it, Hilda. That's what I tell all my friends. Like, hey, just make the guy feel like a creep if he's being a creep, especially in public. Now, it's not always for sure, but you can tell a lot about a guy like that. That way. Anyway, oof, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. Oh no, the yawns are sneaking up on me. I'm very sorry. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before we go in to see Her Majesty? If you prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes. Now. Do they have no guards inside the keep itself? Oh, I still changed it up. Oh, for the love. Why are you so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, I mean, we're gonna have to leave the keep. You're gonna have to change back, dude. Just a time waster. Is this room what I think it is? Yes, it is Princess Claudia's bedroom, but she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Huh, no kidding. But I heard the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then. You have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there. We're still headed by Hilda. We're not gonna waste any time exploring. Not there's anywhere to explore. Alright. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right. Pardon us. Our fateful meeting with the Queen. Oh. Yeah, no, she ain't bedridden, that's for sure. Oh, she looks as fine as ever. I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Aris. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberal. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua. I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell. I keep wanting to call him Randall for some reason. Ask you to bring this information. Russell, Randall, Richard, Roshua, Estelle, Ruan. A pitch-black orbit capable of negating all other orbital energies, and you say that the Colonel has acquired it? The Professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I am worried about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grand Cell. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still function. Wow. So it was a bona fide artifact then. Most of the artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. When something like that is beneath Great Cell, what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it can be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. It is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. So in any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for, when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil schemes he's trying to pull off. I expect no less from Big Daddy Cassius's daughter. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty? He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then that is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh, yes, absolutely. It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. 10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must admit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberal. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Haken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberal became occupied territory, save for Grand Cell. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire Royal Army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop the advance, but it was but a matter of time before Grand Cell, too, would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed were used to recapture Liberals' checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one, using airships launched from the Leiston fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Bose, Roland, with their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. There he is. It's been a while since we've seen even a picture of Big Daddy Cassius, huh? So that's Morgan, Cassius, and Richard from left to right. And the one behind this plan for counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Big Daddy Cassius Bright. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septine Church, the war was brought to an end. It was at this time that Big Daddy Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. His wife. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counter-offensive. What followed, I'm sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No. I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer, all to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore he'd be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I am so sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberal in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for, so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person, now more than ever. However, this is why I do not wish for you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. But, Julia, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Big Daddy Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Okay, we don't need the hyperbole. It is not the time for hyperbole, Joshua. The Queen is clearly not an idiot. If the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, And if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberal, then what will become of that peace? I ask you only consider that. Right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Big Daddy Cassius. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter in the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. Alright, again, we don't need the hyperbole. He's not an idiot. It's a serious situation. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That is why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mom and Dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. It seems she was right about you. I, too, am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty. My liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. Aha! So the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes, this coup d'etat started when I backed her as a successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunan was out of the running. Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed by a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of the nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea of that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. And then we deadpan look to the camera. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume, quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Liberal would become a strong military power with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So if Liberal became a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Over weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted, and no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. We still don't really know what Jaeger Corps are. Like, I get that they're mercenaries, right? But they're mercenaries that have no shame in killing. I guess they're the opposite of the bracers in that fact. Where bracers are more of like, not even a peacekeeping force, but more just like a helping hand. Right? I guess to say. I guess the Jaeger Corps is more, here, let me reach out my hand. I can stab you. Like, you know what I mean? Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of a genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations, to the benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, it makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, and so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. It's the same thing they did to Russell. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed, simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you had any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the colonel's true intentions with it. What a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 of that cool when I get old. Cool? Did you actually just call the queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this coup thingy to help her. That's definitely outside the bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can. Right. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh, yeah. Dude, what time is it? We had the conversation with Colonel Richard, we had the dress-up party, we had the conversation with the queen, we had another dress-up party, and like, it was already late by the time we had the conversation with Colonel Richard, so it has to be morning already, right? Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock, actually. It's almost midnight. I was close. Whoa, is it really that late? The queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. Alright, let's get the frick out of here before we get suspicious, Dawn. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please relax. We are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. But pardon me. Why are they? By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Lena, Sherrod, Dorothy. That's a very modern name. Pardon my saying so, but it just doesn't sound right for you. Well, ain't that the truth? And how about you, miss? You can call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. Yo, Josh. Where are you now? Oh, right. We're with the Special Ops. My name is... I think that this is just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not. Please be safe on your way home. Josh, you're a little too good at staying in character, my guy. My goodness. How do we get out of here? Here we go. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. Ugh, I lost all my confidence there. What's all that noise about? It's Duke Doonan. Oh, Duke Doonan. Ah, this little lady of the court. Hey, you mates. You look familiar. These are two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Dorothy, and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Philippe, don't. Philippe, please don't. Given how many times we run into him, it's bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philippe, enough of the staring. It's quite unusual to see come from you. Stiff upper lip and all. Please pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please don't concern yourself. You know, stop. Look, I must say, you both look quite lovely. You with the brown hair. You look have a very healthy, clean look to you. For you, I personally think you look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Yes. Dorothy, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Your Grace? I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations are flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All the maids in the castle work directly in service of Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you have not forgotten. I know. Some folks just can't simply appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then. Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. To say this, knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was joking. Enough. I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Oh, right, Dorothy. You just let me know if you have any problems with anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. You cute. Yes, good. Good. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your mind at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madame and young Mrs. I beg your pardon. I must take my leave. I'm surprised you didn't give him a wink or a nudge. A little wink wink, nudge nudge, tip of the cap, furrow of the eyebrow. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philippe personally? Yes, ever since we were children, though nearly not as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. Well, he sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. Oh, sorry. It's very late. By the way, that's the only time I can record today, sadly. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Ugh, please. I like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Oh, well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea, and my gentleman should never request it in polite company. She just unironically used the word elucidate. I've maybe only ever seen that word like 3 times max. And the first 2 times when I was learning the word what elucidate means. Huh? Come closer. Whisper, whisper, birds, whisper, whisper, peace, whisper, 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 inappropriate, whisper, 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 close, whisper, 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 leave, whisper, 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 right, whisper, 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 use the heel, whisper, 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 and run as fast as you can. Now, do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Thanks to you for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. Please, it was the least we can do in Her Majesty's service. All I ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy. Now that we're on the job, we'll save her. Shall we be going? And we're off, after a successful meeting with the Queen. Now, are we going back to the room? What I might inquire are you doing up at this hour? It's Matthias. Good evening. I realize you have been invited here, but don't you think it a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please pardon us, we've simply never been in a castle like this. We couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. We were, this is off limits. I think this is off limits too. We were in the kitchen? Oh, that's strange. I was making runs through there and I never saw you. Well, no, let's not waste time on games. Actually, I received reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters several times. Do you not think a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take it as a compliment. So, what business have you in the maid's quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua, you've been here the whole time. Zin! How is he gonna save us now? Oh, he's drinking. Oh, no, that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oh, sorry. Hey, I made it my favorite gorgeous lady officer. Nice. So look that we have meeting up again, huh? I suppose. So, what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I really wanted to know their business simply as a security precaution. Oh, yeah, I totally get you. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey, Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there's any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Well, I'll have to deal with that, I guess. Yay, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand. Of course. It is late, we should probably just get to bed. Very good then. Now, if you'll excuse us. I can't tell if she also has a crush on Zin or not. I'm gonna operate as if she does. Oh, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right, we'll go with you. Alright, he's gonna stop pretending to be drunk now, right? Looks like we managed to convince her at least. Oh, Zin, you weren't drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. Yo, wait, your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. Still with some kind of Eastern martial art breathing exercise, right? Huh? I'm surprised you're familiar with it, but hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. Huh. You are an evil man, Zen. Okay, sure you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So, what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen? Whoa, wait, what? How did Nolan tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have guessed. So, how much do you actually know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zin produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. It's from Big Daddy Cassius. What's this? I know this handwriting. It's from Big Daddy Cassius. Well, don't just stand there. Read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zin Valthek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know we've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you can think of it as a recreational trip. There is a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Signed, Big Daddy Cassius Bright. P.S. You may have a chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you would happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. And they really needed it. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal. Which means he's in Urbonia now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it. What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along! How dare, good sir, how dare! Kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Big Daddy Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again. I suppose... When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's technique with the bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you said something about it at all. I've been worried sick, wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything, but I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Since you're definitely his kids... Still, you're definitely his kids, alright. You can pull off a job as big as sneaking in items with the Queen. I suppose so. He knows this much. It wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree, it's probably for the best to fill Zin in on everything. It's a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Estelle and Joshua told of how they managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with this little request. What, you will? Yep, I think that this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt with Master Big Daddy Cassius. Please, let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you, once again. Are we gonna reunite with Elliot at all? Whoa. What is this place? I can't tell if those are ruined walls or if it's supposed to be art. I never would have imagined that something like this even existed. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Whoa. Whoa. I just said that. How dare. Copycat. Is this some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well, so these must be the Arachisims. Oh, wait, hold on.
That was easy.
Holy shit! You took out that thing in one stroke! You were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you studied under the divine blade himself. I am humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time awaits for no man. The skills I possess will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own 2 hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved liberal. I expect only the best of each of you. By your orders, sir. If we of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of liberal! For the glory of liberal! Make liberal great again! That's ironic. I understand the situation. You both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yeah, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Where did this money come from? Because it wasn't from Mr. Randall. And that's how Bracer Guild jobs are supposed to work. The client pays up front for the job, for the request. So, who is paying this? Oh, we received payment through Queen Alicia. We got 20,000 Mira and 16 BP. Rank advancement to Junior Bracer, first class. We got a Gladiator belt accessory as a perk. Now then, Zin, it was pure providence that Big Daddy Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have the debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand idly by in a situation like this. I'm with you to the end. I knew we could count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks ranging from G on the bottom to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zin. Well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent, but above that there's an informal S-rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. I think there are only 4 of those in the entire continent. Let me guess. 1 for Liberal, 1 for Urbonia, 1 for Calvard, and 1 for the 5th kingdom that I completely forgot the name of. Whoa, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of these 4 is Big Daddy Cassius. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Sorry, but yes I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth ever getting upset about it anymore. Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S-Rank Bracer. If he's really so damn awesome, then it sure would be nice if he came back and take care of this case. You may be right. If he were here with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua Tron. I was just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have. So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure from the Empire, am I correct? No, I'm sure I would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. I'll have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. Oh, well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to even though he was so close. I don't think that Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely it's just that the 2 major events happened to overlap with each other. Well, regardless of circumstance, we cannot currently rely on Big Daddy Cassius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe as an emergency conference of the Grand Civil branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. Huh? All the other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act, but we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers in Grand Cell, including Zin, of course. Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with intelligence divisions, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. Oh, that kind of happened out of the blue, didn't it? Ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity, he said with quotation marks. What? So basically it amounts to martial law. Our least favorite kind of law. Right next to Murphy's. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of the road guardsmen in hiding as well as ourselves. So we're gonna have to conduct a rescue operation. We'll have to do it with our resources on hand. Oh, fun. But we're up to it. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? Yeah, I've been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Herbe Royal Villa. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counterterrorism, few would question it. And they have been pretty, guard doggy about it. I can't imagine why they want to lock up a lady of the royal family as still in the Lacen Fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going against, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely, but in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you can gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and her friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall? Yeah, we should see if you picked up on anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with an invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So off to the cathedral then. There are 4 other bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and the usual hangouts. They may also be at the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright, and off we go. And now we cut to the montage of we're putting together a team. Let's see if anyone's in the guild. Alright, no guild members in the guild. Of course, that would be way too easy now, wouldn't it? Alright, first to the bar, but we will pick up Kurt. I was wrong, it's Grant, not Kurt. Ironically, I was thinking the redhead when I said Kurt, so I just mixed up their names. Well, if it isn't the big bad champions. I hear you guys spent the night at the castle. Frankly, I'm surprised to see you back so early. Did you do anything good? Yeah, we did, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Oh, something on your mind? We explained the situation and the Queen's request to Grant. Out in public? What? Holy crap, you're not pulling my leg, are you? We are not. Every word is true. I'd stake my reputation on it. If Zin the Immovable is moved by this, that's all that proof I need. I'll do whatever I can to help. You can count on it. Thanks, Grant. We'll be meeting at the guild house to plan a strategy as soon as possible, so if you please, head over there when you can. Understood. Go well, friends. I'll catch up with you there. This one's Kurt. Just kidding, that's Spencer. Alright, no one on the second floor. Let's go check the arms and guards. Aha, I knew I'd find Karna here. Hi, Karna. Hey, look who it is. Oh, you got old man Zin with you. What's going on? Well, it's a long story. Ooh, sounds serious. We explained the situation and the Queen's request to Karna. Out in public? Crazy. You're not just pulling my leg, are you? I must admit, I did find it a bit odd that the gates and ports and such have all been shut down, so what do you want with me exactly? Well, we need to get everyone together and formulate a plan, so if you would, please meet us at the guild. Gotcha. I'm already there. Yeah, it's just across the street. Can't be that big of a deal to get you there. You're not a guild member. Huh. What's the point of that room? Alright, 2 bracers down, 2 to go. Maybe Kurt's getting his orbit checked out? Second floor? Who are you? Huh. Librarian? I guess. Alright, let's go to the west... No. North block. To the hotel. Where we will find... Annalise... doing something... Where we will find Annalise... Ah, it was Kurt! Damn it, I was close. I wish I could remember that time a little better. It's like there's a thick fog blanketing the whole thing. Oh, hi, Kurt. Yeah, I'm saying right now, Kurt is 100% a sleeper agent. It's good to see you here, like the Dawn and like the Mayor. Oh, Estelle. Hi, Joshua. Oh, Zin's with you too. Didn't you know that we were going to that dinner party at the castle yesterday? That was when these 2 rookies took on a pretty major assignment. What major assignment? I think it's best if we tell you more or less the whole story. Joshua explained all the circumstances that led to a request from the Queen. You're serious? Of course we are. That's why we really need your help. No, that's not it. I admit I'm shocked at Her Majesty's request of you. But the black ornament the Colonel has. It's real? Kurt? What's wrong? You look awfully pale. Whoa. What in the world? Step away from him. He's gonna bonk him on the head. Lift! What was that? You didn't even touch him. He acted like he got electrocuted. It's a special spirit channeling breathing technique that allows the user to directly affect the target's body without physical contact. I don't normally like to be so rough, but time isn't exactly on our side. How are you feeling? Oh, wow. Actually, a lot better. I can't remember every detail, but a good bit of it's coming back. I'm a little unsteady from the shock, but I think I'll be alright. What did you do? What do you remember? Didn't I say so before? There was an accident around 3 months ago. You lost your memories while you were working, right? Yeah, someone had asked me to check up on those men in the black outfits, and then I took something suspicious from them. It was the Black Ornament. Well, the person who gave you the assignment, yes, it was Big Daddy Cassius. I wasted no time in packaging it up and sending it to him, but that's really as far back as I can remember. So the key on the package was you! Yes. I think I also remember there being a note that said to have Professor Russell analyze it. I get it. The package was delivered to you two. Do you remember anything after that? Anything that happened after you sent off the package? Yeah, so after I left the port, someone called out to me, and then... It's no good. It's all still one big blur. You're probably best off not pressing your luck. It's likely it's likely to just cause strain that you can't handle yet. Yes, alright. I'm really just amazed that I was able to remember anything at all. What brings us to a bigger question. Who would have done this? Maybe the Special Ops guys? It's possible. They did use that nasty poison on Agate after all. It's as if they're manufacturing and testing new drugs. Maybe they've made something to cause memory loss. Ugh, now there's a cheerful thought. Plus there's the Sky Bandit's boss and Mayor Dalmore to consider. I have to be really careful. I'm sorry, I don't have anything really useful to tell you. I know that Her Majesty asked you to do. I want to help if you let me. Are you sure you'll be okay? Sure, my memory may be like a sieve, but physically I'm fine. I owe you for your help, so please, allow me to make it up to you. If you're feeling up to it, sure. We need to work on the strategy for now. Let's meet back at the guild. Alright, you have my thanks. Alright, I was honestly 100% convinced Kurt was gonna be evil. Maybe he would have been if we didn't do the shade lift on him. So we still need to find Annalise. My guess is maybe the arena? No, it's closed. Can we go get Olivier? No, that's Calvard. We need the... Oh, she's gonna be in here. Annalise. There you are. Totally forgot about the mall. Well, if it isn't Zin and the new recruits back from the castle already? Well, yeah, I guess we are. Annalise, can we have a moment of your time? You hear something juicy you're looking to share with me? Well, if by juicy you mean spit your juice all over in shock, then yeah, it's a real juice bomb. Yeah, oh, you have my undivided attention. Could we be talking about this here, or should I be sitting down for it? Huh? Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things will get serious in a big hurry, and if they do, we'll need your help. Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled from how screwed up this whole situation is. I don't really get all this, but if you want everyone to meet up at the guild house, right? Yep, Elenan will fill you in on all the details. Alright then, I'll go and see what's up. Boning Embassy. Let me talk to my brothers. Yeah, but at least for the time being. Alright. Guess we can't have Elliot's help. Let's go talk to Niall first. I have a feeling that logistically we should probably have the Royal Guard move out last. Just for the sake of not letting them get caught. This is weird, Chief. We haven't heard anything in 2 days. Well, he does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the next big story. But given how close we are to the state of martial law, I don't much like that he hasn't contacted us either. Oh, hi guys. Hey, Dorothy. Hey, it's the tournament champions. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Liberal News. Niall and Dorothy have told me quite a bit about the two of you. Estelle and Joshua of the Bracer Guild, right? Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've always enjoyed your magazine. Well, that's always good to hear. Were you two doing something for now? Oh, yes, and that's what we were just talking about. Actually, Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No word from him or anything. Huh? Yesterday or today? We spoke with him in the evening 2 days ago. Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him, for idea's sake. We came here to talk to him after the semifinals. Oh, right. Now that you mention it. So did he say anything to you? Like where he was going? Right, I remember what happened. He got a call from someone, then he said he had to leave. Are you serious? Yes. We haven't seen a hide nor hair of him since. Why is there so much hyperbole in such a serious situation? Oh no, I can't believe Niall's dead! What? Who said he was dead? Today's when the airliner traffic gets shut down. Everything was normal yesterday though, so maybe he went to another province. I already inquired with the landing port's passenger registry and there was no sign of him, so I figure he still has to be somewhere in town. You two were the last ones to see the reporter fellow. Weren't you talking to him about something for a news article? Huh? These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? I certainly can't argue with that. Particularly in the case of the Intelligence Division, they monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is. Which means you can't get much information for your stories, but it's in a reporter's nature to want to get as much as possible into the hands of the readers. So we went to check out a new subject that the Intelligence Division hasn't started censoring yet. What was the last thing he told us? I think it was about an arranged marriage? And the Duke mentioned something about the dinner party. Oh, now I told you about that too. It'd make one hell of a story if it's true. He mentioned having to get some evidence at any cost. How did a reporter like now even learn about something like that? I never thought something like that would have only been known to the royal family. Well, he did say he's friends with someone who works in the Airby Royal Villa. Completely off the record, but the terrorists are supposedly all after the princess. So she's secretly staying in the villa for her own safety. I knew it! And the veil is lifted. Maybe the person he was talking to was his friend in the villa, which would mean that Niall's probably there too. You don't say. Well, if I know Niall, he probably tried to worm his way in for an interview with the princess. And if the soldiers saw him, they'd have him arrested on the spot. No, Niall's a goner! Why do I keep coming back to that? But if he has been arrested, him getting out isn't going to be easy. Yeah, I'm betting that he and Princess Claudia are pretty much in the same boat. What exactly do you people know? Do you have inside information about what's going on in the city, in all of Liberal? Sorry, but we really can't talk about it. Just let the Bracer Guild take care of Niall. If he has been arrested, we'll see to it that he's arrested. He's released, sorry. That's a horrible misread, my goodness. Please do whatever you can. Please, you guys, you gotta bring Niall back. Leave it to us. Damn, Niall's MIA. But I guess it makes sense for the only reporter in the country of Liberal to be arrested during a coup d'etat. Alright, let's go summon the Royal Guard. The Archbishop should know where whereabouts. He should be in the second middle chamber in the south. Okay. That is not southeast. This is southeast. This is southeast. And who might you be? We're members of the we're of the Bracers, the Bracer Guild, I mean. We're looking for Sister Ellen. Where are you now? But I guess you share complicity with her then? With a nun? Ew, no. He's asking if we know her real identity, Estelle. We're here with the information he asked us to find. I'm sorry to say she's no longer at the cathedral. She came to say goodbye to me this morning and left. Where to? I mean, do you know where she might have gone? I've been close with the royal family for many years. She's always regarded me as a friend and confidant, but this time she refused to give me any details. She no doubt wishes to keep the church from getting deeply involved in whatever is occurring. I see. I wouldn't worry though. She had the light of hope in her eyes as she departed. I'm confident she was not running away to wallow in despair, but for a more noble cause. Well, that's good at least, but the thing is, we kind of need her to stay in touch with the royal guardsmen. Well, begging for rain in the desert only gets you sand. We should probably go. The best thing we can do is covertly keep an eye out for other royal guardsmen. Not the most efficient plan, but that seems to be all we got. You seem to be between a rock and a hard place, as they say. Always remember that Audios helps those who help themselves. Do all that you can, and Audios will surely take care of the rest. Hard and honest work will always lead you down the right path. So, is that it? Or do we actually have to talk to every single person and question whether or not they're a royal guard? Well, let's go back to the Bracer Guild. Still no new quests. The other bracers are already assembled. Have you heard from the royal guardsman or the reporter? Sorry, sir. No contact. Well, we've gathered the intelligence we need. Josh explained everything they learned from the cathedral and the Liberal News HQ. And I see we can conclude with fair certainty that the Princess Claudia is inside the villa. But it's unfortunate that you weren't able to make contact with the royal guardsmen, but at least we now know they haven't been captured. Shall we get started then? Yes, we need to start working out the details of the rescue operation. Are we all up to date on the pertinent details of the Intelligence Division's planned coup d'etat then? Given this information, we should consider ourselves under contractual obligation to Queen Alicia. I can barely believe what I'm hearing. I'm ashamed of myself for not noticing something amiss sooner. Now suspicious of the special ops troops from the very beginning, but I really trusted Colonel Richard. and he was behind the Sky Bandits and Mayor Dalmor. He got completely snowed. You can't let them get away with it, that's for sure. Can you all be counted on to cooperate in this assignment? Damn straight. Just lead the way. I know these guys some black guys. Rhyme intended. Unintended. No, you gotta own that shit. You gotta go rhyme intended. Pun intended, rhyme intended. Count me in for sure. This is gonna be good. We got strong allies who will prevail without a doubt. Now let me explain the details of this mission. We have to move fast or there are lives at stake here. It's not the most elegant approach, but I believe taking control of the villa through a frontal assault is our best option. We don't have time to try and find some route to infiltrate, so I guess that's the only option we got. How will we be divided? We'll split. Oh shit, sorry. I was not expecting fireworks. I thought someone was breaking into my house. We'll split into two groups, a decoy team and a rescue team. The decoy team will draw attention of the main force while the rescue team makes its way into the villa. Remember though, we're dealing with the intelligence division special ops here. If I may, I'd like to suggest we also add an ambush team to aid the decoy team, a second decoy team to assist. Wait, hold on. If I may, I'd like to suggest we also add an ambush team to aid the decoy team and a second decoy team to assist the rescue team. Man, we're really teaming with teams here, but why do we need those? The ambush team would lie in wait while the decoy team drives out the enemy forces, and then both teams could attack at once. Meanwhile, the second decoy team would attempt to break the enemy's ranks, allowing the rescue team to enter the villa more easily. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Evens the odds a little. But do we have enough members to spread among 4 squads? No, we don't. We've contacted other guild branches, but with the airships grounded, we're pretty much on our own. Oh crap. If only we had Shara and Agate. However, I agree with Zin that trying to carry out this operation with only 2 squads is risky. We may need to re-examine this strategy. If numbers are all you lack, then maybe we can be of assistance. It's the Royal Guard! It's the Royal Guard! Hey, Lieutenant Schwartz. Well now, if it isn't Sister Military! Hell yeah. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Royal Guardsman Sub-Commander Lieutenant Julia Schwartz. The Royal Guardsmen are here at your disposal for this operation. Understood. Your participation will be most invaluable. I count 9 soldiers in your squad, including yourself. My remaining troops are incognito, stationed all throughout the city. I can assemble them within the hour. That's great, but Lieutenant Schwartz, how did you know we were going to try to save the hostages? We tried to find you at the cathedral and tell you, but you had already disappeared. Did you? My apologies. All I knew was that you had accepted the Queen's mission. I found out last night. Last night? We only just met with the Queen last night ourselves. Yes, I'm aware of that. We have sources for military intelligence of this sort. All that matters now is that Her Highness gave us the order to assist, and we are happy to do it. Sources? I want sources! Can I share some of yours? Estelle doesn't realize that we kind of have a lot of sources. Like, the mayor and, like, de facto mayors of every major city, right? And then we're also, like, trusted throughout all the bracer branches, right? Like, every city heralds us as a hero, mostly. So, like, we got pretty good sources. We got a lot of favors to call in if we ever need them. I don't. Let's leave it at no, Estelle. More importantly, the Guardsmen's assistance will give us the extra forces we need to fill the ambush and support teams. Indeed, with this additional manpower, I believe our chances of success have increased exponentially. With the extra manpower secured, we should start to decide on the teams immediately. Roger that, you need 2 decoy teams, right? I believe 5 of my troops should be sufficient for 1 of them. I'd say those Royal Guard uniforms should definitely catch their attention. My thoughts exactly. We'll target the Intelligence Division's aerial squadron stationed just at the outskirts of the Urbe Scenic Route. Wait a second, aerial squadron? You don't need. I'm afraid she does. It's on the Scenic Route's outskirts? Now that you mention it, there's a stretch of land out there that's been completely blockaded. According to my intelligence, there's only a skeleton crew of guards stationed there. If we attack, they will have no alternative but to call the villa for reinforcements. Oh, I get it. That's some good decoying right there. And then when the reinforcements show up, the ambush team pops in and takes them all out, right? We should form that ambush team then. I knew all those years of hunting down monsters in the bush pay off one day. And we've got a gunner too. Oh, they handle this no problem. Alright, 2 teams locked down. For now, rescue and decoy 2. I think the second decoy team should also be comprised of my royal guardsmen. The special ops will definitely drop their guards more readily to apprehend them. So that leaves us for the rescue team. All the other teams will be acting to provide cover for us. Ours will be the most important assignment on the field by far. And we're leaving it to a bunch of rookies. This is no game. You're playing an actual role in a crucial turning point of our history. Make sure you're up to the task. No pressure. There's no need to worry. We will persevere. History favors the just. Actually, history favors the victor. And then you get to decide who's just, don't you? Besides, you guys are the Grand Soul Martial Arts Competition's champions, and I'll be the ones keeping majority of the force busy. Hopefully, all you need to worry about are the hostages. Julia, Ellen, then we, Estelle, the word you're looking for is we. We can do this, and we will. You're right. You are so right. We're gonna do it. Because we're Shark Boy and Lava Girl. We can do anything. That's the spirit. And that's the plan. The operation will begin at nightfall. We will use the dark for cover. Once the operation begins, you won't have any opportunity to return to the city, so if you still have the sense to tap, speak now or forever hold your peace. Man, this is getting pretty real. I will ensure that Her Highness is made aware of the plan. Alright everyone, tonight, here, got it. Alright, let's take one last look at the bracer board, because I will say, I took a look, I did take a look at the achievements. And I can confidently say I will not be getting all the achievements for the game because it would require a second playthrough, and one playthrough has already taken me 6 months, which is ridiculous. By the way, I've completed a lot of games this year. It's just the act of like recording and uploading and making sure it's only 1 video a day. So that's kind of what like extended the game throughout 6 months. Like, I can list all, I'm not gonna list them, but I've beaten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've beaten 15 games this year, and this one game has stretched over 6 months. And I will say, half of those games I did in June. But yeah, we've, there's like 6 bracer quests that we still haven't done, according to the achievements, and this is the last city, and there's no quests on the board, so I doubt we're gonna be able to complete the game. Craft shoes, composite. 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna mess with the ornaments because I think they're already at where I want them to be. You know? But it's just this little bit to fully upgrade our defense. Oh, we also got a belt, right? Gladiator belt. Strength 10, auto CP up. Ooh. Oh. Let's give that to Joshua. Oh. We're getting Elliot back. I'm assuming. Because he has the defense +3 thing. Okay, yeah. You're fine just the way you are, I think. Alright, anyway. And then, let's go buy some vintage wine and aged miso. And we'd be able to make 4 of these. Unless we can get more tender poultry. Can we buy from here? No, you are not a grocery store. Where is the grocery store? Oh, it's in the east block. Can we buy? I doubt we can buy tender poultry. No, we don't need any of that. We might need some of that, but that's still not what we're after. We can buy aged miso. We can buy the vintage wine. Okay, we can't. But we can buy 3 of these. No, I think it's actually 4. Hold on. Oh yeah, pottle meat. We can make 4 of these because we would have enough for 12 tender poultry. Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. Red peppers and crisp. Oh, it's so much though. My goodness. Everything is so much. We have 4 tender. We have 4 of these. We would need 6 red peppers. Can we buy red peppers here? Red pepper. There's a bullion base. Wait, there's bullion base and then there's bullion base plus. Weird. Anyway. Crisp onion. So if we get 3 more red peppers and 2 more red onions, we'd be able to make 3. I don't care about your sister's feet. So we need 3 more red peppers. And then we need onions. 2 more red onions. That should be good. That should be a good amount. Virgin bombs, not surrounded by insulating tape. EP charge. We have 5 of those. That should be fine. Let's buy another 5. We don't need that. We're gonna buy 10 reviving bombs. And we have plenty of Tira ball. Okay. That should be good. All turned around. Alright, that should be fine. Who's ready? For Operation Circle K. Wait, no, I'm ready. Who am I talking to? Ah, you're here. Good. Once the operation begins, you won't have any opportunity to return to the city. If you still have loose ends to tie up, speak now or forever hold your peace. We are ready. Understood. Let's review the operation. Are we going to finally learn the significance of these tablets? So, are we going to meet back here? Well, this is the Amberol Monument Rest Area, so this should be the place. The only issue is whether or not Lieutenant Schwartz and her men can get here undetected. Ah, no need to worry about that. We're right here. Whoa, when did you get here? Ah, nice. Nice work staying hidden in Grand Cell. We have quite a few sympathizers among the citizens. We finished our preparations. We can begin whenever you're ready. Alright. We're waiting on your order, Estelle. My order? You were the ones who originally received Her Majesty's request, so we're waiting on your command before we can. Just a rookie. It doesn't really matter. I don't think you'll have a problem. Just do it without shouting, okay? We'll be there to help. We have no objections. I have a little faith in yourself. Don't worry about the trivial details. Just deal with things as they come. Right. Look at this dude. Just look at her. Think about just Just think about back in the first episode who Estelle was. And look at her now. It's like, I'm just so proud of her, you know? Okay then, here goes. Everyone, let's get those hostages rescued. That's it? That's it? No, that's her speech? Okay. Okay, you know, we're still proud of her. We're still proud. I'm so freaking hungry. Isn't it time to change shifts yet? Shifts yet? Come on, stay focused. There's no telling when the Royal Guardsmen might finally show themselves. They weren't more than 10 escapees. If the Colonel really put his mind to it, we could hunt down a lot of them down in no time. If you think it's so easy, then go ahead and try. What? Yeah, Schwartz. Listen up, we have word from the ID ship. Apparently, ID for Intelligence Division, obviously. We apparently have a lock on the Royal Guardsmen. If we get there quickly, this will be our chance to wipe them out. Roger. That settles that. No casualties, nice. Oh, they're very outnumbered. Idiots. This airship's locked down, you'll never be able to use it. You just done as the Colonel said, we would have spared your lives, but now you're gonna die and you only got your own stubbornness to blame. Take this! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Karna. Yes, that was me trying to remember her name. But, Bracers, you can't be serious. You're not actually gonna try standing against the Royal Army. Sorry to disappoint you, but you've already been marked as criminals. By order of the Queen, you will let us pass. Ambush party's on the move. We'll go ahead and load the remaining forces into the front gardens. You can break into the villa while they're distracted. Sounds good. Adios be with all of you. God, I hope none of the Royal Guardsmen die. I really hope none of the Royal Guardsmen die. Where are we going? This way? Where are all the monsters? Oh, not this way. Why did it start me off in this direction then? Kind of weird, don't you think? Anyway. Let's go. Please don't. No. Oh. I really don't want to see any of them. Oh, thank God. I don't want to see any of them die. I really don't. I feel horrible if any of the Royal Guardsmen died. Alright. Looks like they went for it. Now's our chance to sneak in. Okay. Roger that. I really hope none of them die. I don't want any of them to die. I don't want any. I know. I couldn't handle it. I like them all so much. The Bracers and the Royal Guardsmen. Okay, so this is the Urbe Royal Villa. It's gorgeous. Certainly gets the castle run for its Mira. Well, this is a royal family residence. Dude, guys, enough. Oops, look like the welcoming committee's here. Who are you people? You don't need to know our names. Words will serve no purpose here. Let's go. Damn, they're all business. They're all biddiness. They resist petrify. Okay, not horrible. Joshua takes slightly more because he has that belt on. Well, let's just focus on one at a time. Ow. Let's dual strike this guy. Oh, nice. Instant kill. Huge. And this guy won't even get a turn. Never mind. He just had to miss. Good on you, mate. Good on you.
Alright, we're good to go.
Ooh, they give a lot of XP. I should have done the reading. My bad. Well, I mean, it's all the same as it's been, except for the XP. Now, where's the princess being held? This place is huge. We'll just have to search it room by room. If we just hang around here, you can bet we're gonna have more company, and soon. Let's get a move on. Well, first, We gotta heal. Yeah, I mean, Joshua's just missing 100 health, so it's no big deal. Alright, so we have a first floor. Oh, this is the direction we were pointed in. What? Who are you people? Oh, crap. Halt! Don't move a muscle! Makes me wonder what the distraction people actually did besides not distract them. Wow. Okay. Let's hit these guys with an evil eye. Nice. That's fine. Oh, let's do the reading. Special Ops Soldier Ranger in this full battle gear fights in serious skills and stock using around. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know all this. Yeah, we know all this. It's just the XP amounts changed. All right, let's see if we can hit them with Stone Impact, and then we'll just punch this guy backwards. He will still be in it. He's still alive? Damn. Which one is going? This one is. Hopefully it still can hit it. Nice. And then hopefully Josh can hit this. Also nice. That went a lot smoother, didn't it?
Let's move out.
Probably because I finally used magic. We're gonna level up fast in here, and look at all that damn Seepith. Not fun. Attacked out of nowhere. Look, how do you think they feel? Looks like there's still quite a few soldiers in the villa. They're patrolling the corridor in the central courtyard periodically. The only option is to silence anyone who sees us. Kinda dark. Alright, let's check room number 1. The library. I'm kidding, I know it's library. Nobody. Room number 2. Looks like some sort of study. Room number 3. Bedroom. Room number 4. Some sort of museum exhibit. Eastern style vase here. Okay. Right. Well, okay. Room number 4. Drawing room. Where are all the easels? And there's only 3 of them. No big deal. No big deal. Damn, how many turns did they get? That's not fair. Finish you off. Finish you off. Kinda hoping the insta-kill will trigger. We gotta heal Joshy Washi. 2,000 is still too much health for him. No. Can we put you out of your misery? Nope, that plus 10 is not enough. Here we go. Josh is already at level 200.
We're good to go.
Look at all that Seepith. Alright. The lounge. Oh no. Who are you people? Crap, we totally picked the wrong room. Huh? What are you doing here? I've seen you before. Good evening with the Racer Guild. Huh? No need to get up, you just enjoy yourselves and rest well. Oh! Are we the good guys? I can't tell. Let's hit an evil eye on the trio in the back. And then we'll have you punch this guy backwards. And then we'll have Estelle use a stone impact on you. And it'll be crit. Crap. And then we'll have Estelle do a hurricane. Almost. But the one that needed to die did. Good for us. Flawless victory.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Almost to the next level. Whew. Well, I'm a little taken care of. They're too drunk to really know what's going on. It's like some kind of bar. Someone is in the castle. But please don't kill me. I'm not with them. We know that you work at the villa, right? We've come to help at the request of Her Majesty the Queen. Really? You're honestly here to save us? Yeah, so would you calm down already? Can you tell us where the others are hidden? Oh, God, yes, be praised. I thought I was done for when my reporter friend was taken away. I hope he's alright. Reporter friend? You must be Niall. You know him? It still explains that Niall had gone missing recently, was still unaccounted for. Ah, I see. Well, I'm the one who contacted him. He came to get an interview with the princess who's being guarded here. His passion for his work is hard to argue with, so I wound up sneaking him in and showed him the way. But he was spotted and taken prisoner? Yeah, and much to my shame, only then I realized the severity of the situation. I hear that Her Highness was being kept here to protect her from any potential terrorist assault. The truth is that she's being held prisoner by the intelligence division. I was so glad that she was coming that it simply had never occurred to me. I am truly unfit for my position. Come on, no need to be depressed. Would you happen to have any idea where the prisoners are being held? Yes, they've all been gathered in the crest room, which is the innermost chamber. It's a large banquet hall used for events like the formal signing of treaties. Got it. Well, let's go check it out then. I already completely forgot where they said she was being held. Nothing in here. And nothing in here. Man! I still expect this fool. They're not weak to anything, are they? No. Might as well try to hit him with the Shadow Spear. Yeah, there's only a 10% chance, but still worth trying. You do not hit very hard. Neither does Zin. No.
Alright, we're good to go.
It still levels up. Doesn't learn anything though. Alright, everyone is at full health now. That EP cut on is still super nice. Really, really, really nice. It's locked. Oh no, it seems ready to unlock the mechanism. It's pretty secure. We definitely won't be able to get in without a key. Maybe we should go talk to that young Chamberlain. What room is it? This one? No. This one. Talk. It still explains that the door's locked. Ah, so it's locked then. The key is normally in the possession of the Intelligence Division Company Commander. I believe he left when the terrorists showed up. Which means he was taken by the ones who ambushed Lieutenant Schwarzenegger. Ah, good. There's no time to go back. Just a moment. There's a spare key to the door. It's here somewhere. If memory serves, I believe it's hidden somewhere in the gallery. Roger that. Gallery. Let's hurry. Which one's the gallery again? Oh, I see your game. I see your game. Keep making us go back and forth. Didn't really do anything. I just wanted to see it. Nice. Aw, Estelle. Well, at least you missed. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Jeez. What was that? Joshua leveled up. This was the gallery? Yeah. Rows of catalogs on the shelf, there appears to be nothing special about them. Here are style vases here. These are style vases here. There's nothing special about it. Red plate is here. There's a large scarlet vase here. Still can be found something attached to its underside. We found the spare key. Now we should be able to open that inner door. More guards. Imagine. We use the spare key. Hold on. We're not missing too much else. Alright, let's go. Who are you? Why do you look so familiar? Hey, you guys won the martial arts competition. That means you're with the Bracer Guild. That's right. I don't suppose we could persuade you just to forget you saw us. Got it. We're defenders of the impregnable fortress. You want past us, you will have to go through us. Impregnable. I don't know, it seems very pregnantable to me. Let's just use a blue impact. Oh, sorry. We got heavily armed soldier. We got 2,660 HP, no weaknesses or resistances. They'll drop 40 XP, a whole lot of CPith. A ranger wielding a halberd, the lengthy weapon and powerful crafts are deadly. Well, if they're so deadly, let's just hit them with the dual strike then. Oh, that's what they meant by deadly. I see. Interesting. Very deadly indeed. Ha! Oh! That's not a whole lot. At least we can hit him with the stone impact now. This is going to be a critical. Might as well earn it. Oh, he hit the confuse. Nice. Very good, Zin. Proud of you, babes. And then Josh with his critical. And then Estelle, bad cleanup. Perfect. He's still alive? What? Thank you for not missing. I'm so happy you didn't miss.
Piece of cake.
I feel like that could have gone really bad really quickly. Like the longer it goes on, the worse it would get. Alright, let's heal. Josh. And Zen. How much are you at now? You still have 233. Whoa. You? Yo, we're here to save your bacon. Hello, now you don't look too bad. You don't look too bad in shape. Are you serious? Estelle, Joshua, I never thought I'd see you here. Huh? You're the princess. It's a pleasure to meet you with the Bracer Guild. I think it's a little late for introductions, so we meet again as promised. Chloe? That's right. I called it from the second we met her. Well, not the second we met her. The second she summoned the royal army to help in Ruan. Chloe is the princess. I sincerely hope you're joking. You ought to have recognized me sooner. But not with the dress and the hair and the things. What happened? I'm trying to see if we recognize anyone else here, and not really, just Niall. Pardon us, Chloe. Estelle doesn't know how to doubt people. Hey, what's all that supposed to mean? There's the Estelle I know. And Joshua, you still use that name for me? Yes, this seems to be the one you prefer. Would you rather use your real name? No, but thank you. Glad to hear it. Okay, so what are you doing here, Chloe? And for that matter, why isn't the princess here? She's right in front of you. That's the queen's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. Huh? Eh? I'm sorry I couldn't tell you. I had planned to tell both of you the truth when we next met in Grand Cell. But then Colonel Richard had me detained. No, but why? Why would the princess be hiding out in ordinary? Ordinary? It's the freaking Royal Academy. What do you mean ordinary? Why'd you have us call you Chloe? I'd like for you to keep calling me that. My real name is Claudia von Auslis. Chloe is just a pet name that Jill came up with using bits of my old name. Then what about your hair? Oh, this is just a wig. If I had the same hairdo when I was on campus, it'd probably create trouble. Can't believe I missed the connection myself. I've seen your picture often enough that I remember you from the Mayor scandal in Ruin. I never really put two and two together. I'm sorry. It doesn't seem that Uncle Doonan or Mayor Dalmore recognized me either. Ah, yeah. The Duke's even related to you. Oh, I forgot something important. They still explain the whole story, including how they had come to rescue Chloe at the Queen's behest. I see. To all three of you, I extend my deepest gratitude for coming to rescue me. Ah, it's nothing. Heck, if we'd known it was our Chloe in here, no one would have had to ask us. No. No doubt. You should save your thanks for Her Majesty, as she's the one who deserves them. She had no concern of herself, just that we should save you. I think your safety will give her the strength to resist the Colonel's demands, though doing so may endanger her life. Yes, that is her way. If something is not done, then she is in grave danger. I think I've seen enough of this little farce. Princess. Rianne! Not one more step. She's General Morgan's granddaughter. He's in prison at the Hawken Gate. I'd say they were taking her to keep him from causing any trouble. Just as they did with you and Her Majesty. This isn't just some idle threat. Every man in Special Ops has a dream, and we will stop at nothing to achieve it. And that's something you're proud of? I'll make you a deal, Sergeant. Please take me as your hostage rather than the child. Heh, not a chance. I know I said we'll stop at nothing, but even we don't have the nerve to harm a member of the royal family. General Morgan's grandkid, on the other hand, suits our needs just fine. Thanks for the voice crack there, voice. Fuck you. She's a valuable hostage, and it's not going to cause any real problems if she were to end up getting hurt. You're a monster. I'm a patriot. Oh, I thought you'd say that. I would have said coward myself. Pathetic, disgusting, sick. Pick an adjective. You can talk all you want. It's almost time for the patrol to return from the Royal Avenue. Now we can round up the guardsmen and the bracers. Not bad for one night's work. Oh, I'm afraid that won't be happening. We've already took your buddies out on our way over here. Oh, no way! What? I was expecting the Royal Commander. What the heck is Julia? What the heck is Shara doing here? Hey there, it's alright. You haven't seen her since Bose, man. Hi, you two. Long time no see. Shara, you came? Damn it all, who do you think you are? That is the Silver Streak. Charizard Harvey. Some people just have no manners. And yes, I'm already calling that it's Elliot. Oh, the Wombo Combo. Think of that as my special gift. That's just cruel. Hey, who fired that shot? Take a freaking guess. Elliot, I'd guess. Bingo! Salutations, my friends. The star makes its dramatic entrance. Please, hold your applause until after the performance has ended. Wait. Zin, Chloe, Shara, Elliot. All we're missing is Tita and Agate. And we'd have every single playable party member in one room. Which has never happened. And the drama turns into a comedy. Nice seeing you again, Shara. It's been a long time. Indeed it has. I never thought I'd find you in Liberal, but I was honestly quite relieved when I heard that you'd fallen in with Estelle and Joshua. Well, I think you're overestimating my capabilities like usual. As for you, you've only become more beautiful. I barely even recognize you. Oh, really? Am I suddenly brimming over with something akin to jealousy? Am I merely a toy to be used? Hey, Elliot, Ina's been wanting to see you. She's hoping you'd go out with drinks again. Forgive me, I have committed a grave offense. I swear, none of you ever change. I'm glad to see you, Sheriff, but I thought the Royal Army had checkpoints completely sealed off. Yes, but we crossed Valeria Lake by a boat and docked at Gransall Harbor. That's one way around a problem. But how did you wind up falling in with the failed, traveling musician? We ran into each other at the local guild branch. He was like a lost puppy, so I didn't have much choice other than to bring him along. Ha ha ha. I simply couldn't allow such an amusing and interesting show to go on without me. And may I ask who this fair lady is? Oh, right, introductions. This is the Queen's granddaughter, Her Highness Princess Claudia. She's a friend of ours. It is a pleasure to meet you both. Thank you very much for coming to help me. Think nothing of it. I'm simply doing my duty as a bracer. And I could scarcely consider myself a gentleman if I did not leap into the aid of such a lovely lady of noble birth. The honor and pleasure at this meeting is entirely my own. Your Highness, are you well? There she is. Julia, speak. Look how happy he is. Oh, good to see you. I'm ready to see you again. Thank goodness you are unharmed. I was so worried. The feeling is mutual. Okay, my only question is, right, the mission was a success, right? We subdued the intelligence division. We rescued everybody. But the intelligence division, that's not everybody in the intelligence division. There's still the people stationed in the castle. But the entire army, aside from the Royal Guard, what's left of the Royal Guard, right, is under the command of Colonel Richard. So where are we gonna hide all the people that were taken? Where are we gonna hide the princess and Niall and the kids and everyone else? Are we just gonna bring them back to the Bracer branch? I highly doubt it. After seeing to it that the rescued hostages could get some rest, the Estelle and company gathered to assess the current situation. Oh, we just took over the villa entirely. Okay. Got it. Well, that answers my question. That was quick. Words cannot express my shame. If not for my ineptitude, none of this would have come to pass. I am so ashamed I could take my own life, were it something to be permitted. Please do not say such things. I'm just happy to see you alive and unharmed. Thank you for coming to save me. Not that I'm not moved by all this, but I have to ask, why is Sieg still here? Why would you say such a thing? He is Her Highness's escort, as well as a messenger for the Royal Guardsmen. After all, did he not deliver the letter to your hotel? Oh, that night. Man, that still stutters a lot. I thought it must have been him. It must have also been how you learned of Her Majesty's request. Yes, I heard it from Sieg. Her Majesty sent word through him from the Royal Keep. But the crest room in which the Princess Claudia is held in has no windows for Sieg to use. I was very worried when I was unable to make contact. He was about to give me a heart attack, though, when you sent that message to us, Sieg. That was just plain mean of you to leave that letter and not let us know it was you. Scream. He says he's sorry. Yeah, we figured. It's not that he did it on purpose, right? By the way, have all the special ops troops been dealt with? Almost all the soldiers in the villa have been restrained. However, there are quite a few left in Gransall Castle. Yeah, I knew it! Much of the Royal Army is under the Intelligence Division control even outside Gransall. If we're not careful, we run the risk of them seizing control of this building and bringing us all rebels. Whoa, I haven't thought about that. That's a good point. I think it would be best if we were to get Chloe to a safer location at the very least. Perhaps we could seek asylum at the Erebonian or Republic embassies? Since they're considered foreign territory, it would make it very difficult for them to lay a hand on her. There's also that special ops ship that we seized nearby. We can use that to allow her to flee the country for the time being. It would solve the whole problem, but it wouldn't solve the whole problem, but it would buy us some time to find a better solution at the very least. I agree. Regardless, we need to find some way to get her to safety. Everyone? I'm not leaving. I understand the difficulties of the current situation, but would it be possible to make an official request to the bracers? The hostage has been rescued, so I think it'd be alright. Of course, it depends on what the contents of their request are. If so, I must ask you to do the impossible. Will you help in retaking the royal castle and rescuing Her Majesty? Your Highness! I see, that's right. This time we have to help the Queen. To be honest, I consider the question to be ridiculous because the answer is obvious. But, Your Highness, this is no small thing you're asking for. Quite right. There's no chance that a frontal assault would work even with the capabilities of everyone here. I think the captured special ops ship has potential, but we're gonna need some kind of seriously clever trick. I have an idea. If everyone will please look at this. Princess Claudia produced a very old-looking map. She just has this? She just has the map of the castle? Why the fuck does she have this? It's an ancient diagram of the sewers below Grand Cell. One of the things it lays out is the path that leads to the castle cellar. Ruh-roh. There's the second lieutenant and Amalthea. What's the meaning of this? How can we have lost contact with the Urbe Royal Villa? Most likely it has fallen to external forces, either the guardsmen or the bracers. Interfering little. Were you not in command of that division, second lieutenant? It's a pity, but what's done is done. Obsessing about it now will accomplish nothing. Furthermore, we must strengthen the castle's defenses to ensure that Her Majesty is not taken. I don't need you to tell me that. Hold on. I think I hear something outside. I'm gonna say it's a false alarm for now, but I'm taking one earbud out just in case. I'm at the castle gate sealed. Not a soul is to enter here on out. Ah, damn, I skipped over it, my bad. Once that's done, scrape up troops from wherever you can find them, anywhere in Liberal, and send them to the villa. Priority 1 is to subjugate the terrorists who deceived the royal family. Nicely done. Of course it was. I've served with this unit for some time, unlike you. I swear, I will protect this castle with while His Excellency is absent, no matter the cost. And she's not referring to Duke Dunan when she refers to His Excellency. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we only have 8 members of the Royal Guard, not including Schwartz. Okay, here's how we're gonna free Grand Cell Castle and the Queen. First, Joshua and 2 others will infiltrate the Grand Cell sewers. You will proceed to the Royal Guard room and open the castle gate. Time to light a few fireworks, so it's gonna be Joshua, Zen, and Elliot. Well, it does seem appropriate for the beginning of the final act. And as soon as the gates are open, the guardsmen and 4 of the bracers will make their way to the castle by way to the streets. We need to make a real spectacle to draw all the guards together in one place. You're in good hands. Alright, I've been looking forward to this. And finally, Your Highness, are you certain I cannot get you to reconsider? I'm sorry, but I must be there to help my grandmother. Also, I know how to pilot an airship. I hope to be able to put that skill to good use. If I'd have known this would happen, I never would have taught you. It's okay, Lieutenant. We'll look after Chloe for you. I swear she will be kept safe, or my nickname isn't the Silver Streak. I understand. Please, do what you can. Once the men inside the castle have been concentrated into one area, Estelle and her team will set down in the garden terrace, and then they will break into the Queen's room and rescue her. Roger. Both operations will begin at the stroke of the noon bell. Everyone is to remain on alert until then. Alright, you have your task. Get to them. Dismissed. I just want to say, I feel like Estelle didn't really get her time to shine as leader, right? All she said was, "Let's storm the castle," right? Like before the Operation Circle K. And yes, that's what I'm calling it. You can't stop me. If it isn't obvious why, then you're a nerd. And not the good kind of nerd. The loser kind of nerd. Yeah. So I would have liked Estelle to give this full speech. Just a little bit. Or have at least some part in it. Joshua, please be careful. Don't go taking unnecessary risks. I'll be fine, and you try to be on your best behavior. Don't overestimate your own strength, and make sure you watch Shara's back. I understand. Whatever happens, remember our promise. We'll see each other again, safe and sound in Granthil Castle. Count on it. Joshua, there's no telling what kinds of creatures inhabit the sewers. Please take the utmost care. I know, and I will. And don't worry about Estelle. You've grown so much during this trip of yours. Not just in your skills and bracer qualifications, but in your hearts. Or so it seems to me. What does that mean? It's nothing. Save it for later. Even in times of crisis, you can always count on these two brats. Now, I think we'll be heading out. May we meet again, my lovelies. So Joshua, Elliot, and hey, it's boy power and girl power as separate teams. But Team Estelle has 2 healers, while Team Joshua has none. Ruh-roh. Seems like they'll be using all the food. Hey, princess. Do you ever wonder if those two have some kind of destiny in store for them? Yes, the thought has crossed my mind. They always have a smile for each other. I have to admit, I'm even the tiniest bit envious. Envious of who? Grand Cell, South Block. Looks like the regular soldiers have been replaced with special ops guys. The enemy's probably gotten quite desperate since we liberated the villa. Security seems a lot tighter than normal. Perhaps I can help loosen them up with the dulcet tones of my lute. You do anything conspicuous and that guy will be on you faster than you can say off-key. Mueller, wasn't it? Yes, it was. You two should must rather not go near the Ebonian embassy. It could be quite dangerous. Yes, quite perilous indeed. Well, neither of us has any time to drop by there. Once preparations are complete, we have to get inside the sewers. Alright. Which side of the sewers do we need to go on? Also, let's check. I don't think Olivier's orbits have changed. Yeah. Should we buy him stuff? I think we should buy him stuff. Yeah, he has the work gloves, which I think we're gonna keep on him. There's Elnad. Joshua's in. I'm glad to see you two are safe. I heard about Princess Claudia's request from a member of the Royal Guard. Don't worry about us. Even if the Royal Army were to get in, I'll have no trouble pleading ignorance convincingly. Man, I thought you were gonna say I'll have no trouble dispatching them post-haste on my own because I'm a motherfucking badass. But he did not. Alright, let's buy him some stuff. Which is just one of these. I'm gonna buy an extra shield coat just in case if anyone on Team Estelle needs it. But these shoes are for him. How's our health looking? We're all full up. Alright. Let's commence Operation God Save the Queen. Next time, because this has been a long episode and this is like a natural stopping point, right? It's gotta be. Anyway, next time on Trails in the Sky, Team Joshua will enter the sewers and Team Estelle will try their best to rescue the Queen. What could possibly go wrong? All that and more in our next adventure. My name has been Raven, and I will see you all in the next video. And yes, all my outros are off the cuff. That's why they don't really make much sense. But who cares? I don't make much sense either, let alone dollars. I do all this for free. Alright, sorry. Goodbye.